Living here at Voice America World Talk Radio. This is Dr. Tong Lee here with my co-host
Kurt Wilhelm, and we're also joined by Dr. Kim, who is a holistic doctor and who has her own practice and knows an absolute ton about pH balancing. So we brought her in today. We only have her for about 5 minutes, so we're going to try to make the most use before we go into our health tips. But Dr. Kim, tell us a little bit about your credentials so that our listeners can have an understanding of your background.
Okay, so I'm a naturopathic physician. I actually I've been practicing since '09. My schooling was at the Southwest College of Naturopathic Medicine in Tempe, and I'm now practicing with the Vita Center of Integrative Medicine, which is in of the building, Phoenix Natural Medicine and Detox Center at 301 West Roosevelt Street, Unit 2 in Phoenix, 852-85003, I believe is the zip code.
It's a really fun place to go. They also have a juicing center in there, and so you can have all kinds. They have apothecary and all kinds of just amazing parts of their practice that I would recommend going down there and checking it out. But that's a little bit of her background, and so from a pH balancing standpoint, to kind of bring you up to speed, we've talked about the different types of foods, both fruits and vegetables, that are very good for alkalinizing our bodies. And we also talked about, we're getting ready to talk about some things to stay away from. We talked about processed foods, beer, soda, and
fried foods and
fried foods, fatty cuts of meat. So when you're out there, you can eat meat, but eat it in combination with other things that are alkalinizing, and also eat white meat versus red meats.
Another thing that I would probably add is with the eating meats and things like that, make sure that the meat that you're eating is clean. And by that I mean if it's organic, and how it's cared for while it was living is huge. Myself, I'm vegan and I don't eat animals or animal products.
So she
but
cringes when I talk about it.
That's true. But people, my thing is that it's progress, not perfection. And if you want to have the meat, make sure it's the cleanest meat that you can get out there. Make sure that it's grass-fed, because a lot of cows out there aren't, and that grass-finished and not like pounded with corn and GMO corn and all kinds of carbs right before they slaughter. So.
And chicken, similar rate.
Same thing. If they don't move and they're traumatized, that's energetically that's what you're putting in your body. If something is traumatized, that's what you're putting in your body. So how could you expect something like that to energize you?
Absolutely. We did have a question we were going to run by Dr. Kim real quick, is that those who advocate the alkaline diet say that it actually reduces your risk, or could even potentially remove breast tumors, things of that nature. Have you heard that claim before?
Yeah. I practiced integrative oncology for a few years now, so I've actually, the people who are currently diagnosed or have a predominant cancer process happening in their bodies tend to be more acidic in nature because of the lactic acid byproduct that happens from the cancer cells going into a more fermentative metabolic process. So in that process, in that way, to counterbalance that and to bring your body back into neutral, I would say, doing the alkaline diet will be helpful. That again doesn't mean that you drink bicarbonate and you do that.
Specifically, this was talking about ovarian cyst or polycystic ovaries.
I've seen that happen because I've been previously diagnosed with ovarian cysts, and for me, I don't have any that we can speak of anymore. My periods are normal and things like that, and not to bring all personal information on the show, but that's a big push for me to go back into the raw vegan diet, because to help me with that particular condition. So it does help quite a bit.
Okay, very good.
Right. I wanted to just touch on two things. One is our health tip of the day. I want to get it in early, so we don't have to rush through it, as we often do. And that is, on the flu and cold season.
It's coming right up.
Yes.
In the middle of it,
a lot
actually.
of people get congestion, cold, cough. there's a little health tip that can help with the cough and flames. That is using the orange. You actually cut it in half, put a pinch of salt on it, and then put the two halves together and steam it in a little bowl, and eat the orange part. Leave the peel. And that's supposed to help with your cough and flames.
Great.
And it tastes great too.
Yeah, not a bad little.
If you come by our juice bar, there's Miss Lynette's special tonic. She uses the like lemon and orange citrus, apple cider vinegar, and echinacea and golden seal, and we drink it every day in the clinic, and it keeps the bugs away, for us anyway.
Better than flu shots, huh?
Yeah, much better.
I am a huge, but it's a different show. I'm sure we'll talk about the immune system, but echinacea, I'm just a huge fan.
Yes, we will go to that topic one of our shows. Another thing that's interesting is the study I read about. There was a 2005 study talking about. It's actually by the National Cancer Institute. The studies done by them, using vitamin C, successfully killing cancer cells. Vitamin C is acidic, so the pH may or may not be the reason for it, but this is the example of fighting fire with fire.
I can tell you about that because we use that in our practice, and we use the metabolic differences to do that. If you do use the vitamin C, it'll selectively kill the cells because of hydrogen peroxide production.
So we may talk about that more in another one of
Yes,
those
we'll
shows.
find another opportunity to do that.
We are drawing to a close.
Yes. So if you have any questions, email me at tongli.md@gmail.com. And thank you, Dr. Kim, for being here.
Thank you
Definitely
for
appreciate you
having
coming on. And we'll tune in next week. Thanks for tuning in to the Ageless Living Show here on Real Talk Radio on Voice America. Kurt Wilhelm, your host, and
Dr. Tong Li. We'll see you next week.